Okay, so when you hear the name Ariana Grande, what comes to mind? That incredible powerhouse voice, right? All those chart-topping hits. She's a global pop icon, no question. But her story, it's about way more than just the fame. It's really a story about incredible strength under some of the most intense pressure you can imagine.
And that right there, that's the real key to understanding her impact. So today, we're gonna look past the music, just for a bit, and really dive into the strength of the person behind it all. We're talking about how she managed to turn unimaginable pain into a message of hope that reached millions.
All right, so where does a story like this even start? To really get who the artist is today, we gotta rewind, way back. Back before all the sold-out stadiums and the platinum albums.
You know, this wasn't some kind of manufactured pop star talent. We're talking about a kid who, by the time she was 8 years old, was already performing on big stages, in theaters, even on TV. It was just this raw, natural gift she had for music. You could just tell right from the very beginning this was something special.
Now, a lot of us probably first saw her on Nickelodeon, right? But even then, her heart was always in the music. So let's talk about that big jump she made, from TV star to a global music force. And man, once she started, her rise was just fast. I mean, playing Cat Valentine and Victorious definitely made her a household name, but you can see so clearly that she was just waiting to pivot to her real passion. The second that Nickelodeon contract allowed, bam! She released her debut album, and from that moment on, the game completely changed.
And what a debut it was. Seriously, the world just stopped and listened. This was not just another pop album. I mean, critics were immediately comparing her to absolute legends like Mariah Carey. It was obvious to everyone that a major new force had just landed in the music world.
So at this point, her rise felt completely unstoppable. But with that kind of success came challenges. And these were challenges that would test her in ways I don't think anyone could have ever predicted. This next part of her story, well, it's a huge, devastating turning point.
22. Just let that number sink in. 22 lives, many of them kids, just young fans, who were lost in a terrorist attack at her own concert. I mean, that's an absolutely unimaginable weight for anyone to carry, let alone a young artist who's right at the center of this global tragedy. And faced with that kind of grief, that kind of trauma, she could have just disappeared. Nobody would have blamed her. She could have stepped away from the spotlight forever. But she didn't. And what she did next, it became a defining moment. It showed a kind of courage that honestly it made the entire world take notice. And we saw that courage on full display just a few weeks later. She organized the One Love Manchester benefit concert. It was this incredibly powerful act of defiance, a way of standing up to hate. And in that moment, we all got to see the true depth of her character.
You know, an event like that doesn't just change you as a person. It fundamentally changed her music too. She started this whole new journey of processing her pain right out in the open, using her art as the vehicle. And you can literally hear this evolution in her music. Think about it. No Tears Left to Cry, that's not a sad song, right? It's an anthem about picking yourself up. Then Thank You Next comes along and she turns personal heartbreak into this masterclass in self-love. Her music just got so much more honest, so much more raw and vulnerable, and because of that, so much more powerful. So you see the steps, right? She grieved with the whole world watching. She used her music to bring people together. She poured her healing process into her art. And then she became a real advocate for other people dealing with their own trauma. It's like a blueprint for how to be resilient.
And that really is the heart of it all, the core transformation. Look, she was always an incredible singer. No one's denying that. But after Manchester, her voice became something more. It took on this whole new meaning. It became a symbol of strength, of hope, for millions of fans who felt like they were healing right there with her. And what's so wild is that the more personal and vulnerable her music got, the bigger she became. Her global reach just exploded. People connected with that authenticity, you know? And she just kept breaking records, proving that you don't have to choose between being strong and being successful. They can absolutely go hand in hand. But it's not just about the music or the charts. Her influence goes way, way beyond that. She's consistently used this massive platform she has to really stand up for the causes she cares about.
I mean, you see her speaking out about mental health awareness, you see her championing LGBTQ+ rights, supporting animal welfare. She uses her voice to shine a light on really important issues. Her impact is just so much bigger than the stage.
And I think that really gets to the heart of it. It's not just the talent. It's that talent combined with this genuine kindness and compassion that's created such an unbreakable bond with her fans. So when you look at the whole picture, the Ariana Grande story, it's not just about becoming a pop star. It's this incredible story about navigating insane public pressure, personal heartbreak, and a tragedy that most of us can't even fathom, and doing it all with grace and strength. It's a true resilience arc.
Which kind of leaves us with one last thought, doesn't it? Her journey really shows us that sometimes real strength isn't about never falling down. It's about how you choose to get back up. And maybe, just maybe, it's about using your voice to help other people get back up, too.